Hi everyone, how are you? I hope all of you are doing really good. So yes, May 2025 costing paper is done. So this is a quick review video on how the paper has been. I'm not going into the detailed solutions because I'm also yet to solve. But looking at the paper and getting the review from the students, because I was at the center, the paper was average. The MCQ part, case scenarios were little bit on the trickier side. Yes, sir. Case scenarios were tricky. Other MCQs were easy. Descriptive part was, I would say, towards easier to average. Not at all difficult. Easier to average. But one thing surely that I always have been saying that, sir, the institute is going to test you on the concepts, and that is what exactly they have done. Some questions might seem very easy, but then the conceptual application is what institute has been testing on in every attempt. And you people commit the mistake, sir, we are more focused on the questions. We need more questions. Concept, right? So case scenario one in this paper, different sets, the case scenarios might change a little bit. It is about how the inventory management basically. This was on inventory management, how they do it. Like they are making two different products, SS304 and SS316, single raw material, 52 per kg, 24,000 per order. They are charging maximum deliveries 1200 tons per annum. Then sale units, how much? Finished goods stock increase by year end. That means this is the closing stock that you need. Right, then post-production rejection rate is 3 and 7%. Iron usage in the kg per completed unit, net of wastage. Iron wastage is given 8 and 12. Right. So after that, he says the minimum number of SS304 and SS316 the company shall produce to justify the sale forecast. That means the number of units to be produced. Number of unit produced will be X. On that X, the rejection will be there, 3% and 7%. Right, 3% of X will get rejected. After that, how much should be left? Should be left is 56,000 plus 1614. Right, that is 56,614. So this is how the value of X you will get. Similarly for the other product. Based on this, how much of the raw material will get utilized? Right, not procured, utilized. How much of the material will get utilized in proportion? So this is how it was to be solved. Yes, it was not direct or straightforward question. It was a tricky question, I agree. Right. So coming to the case study 2. Sixth. Okay, these simple straightforward MCQs were easy. Right. Batch costing system which is fully integrated with the financial accounts. This is on integrated books. Right. Then during the period, material were 30,000, 20,000 were issued to production and factory maintenance respectively. The following accounts, which accounts will get impacted, sir? One, the stores ledger will get impacted. Were issued to production, WIP will get impacted, sir. Then factory maintenance, production overheads will get impacted, sir. So 1, 2 and 3, right? Or which account will be debited? Debited to effectuate the issuance of material. Debited, which material will be debited? 2 and 3, sir. 2 and 3 will be debited because the material is getting issued. So stores will reduce, stores will be credited. Debited will be 2 and 3. Option B. A lorry starts with a load of 15 tons. Service costing absolute commercial ton and commercial absolute ton kilometer and commercial ton kilometer. Straightforward question from the ICI module, illustration number 1. Same question, sir. Only figures change. Illustration number 1 from the module in 2 marks MCQ. A company forecasts the labor cost and material cost to go up by 12% and 8% respectively. In the ratio between material, determine the increase in selling price as a percentage that the company shall keep to maintain the PV of 12%, assuming the variable overheads as nil. This also you can do, sir. Right, variable cost you can consider, and keeping the PV ratio of 12%. What should be done? It is from the marginal costing. Process, simple question, simple one on the process costing, sir. Normal loss percentage and the value of abnormal gain if the total expenses incurred are this and the scrap realizes this. Easy question on process costing. Then Calculate the number of pedals required to be purchased. Yes, this also you can do, sir. 10th one was also easy. It wasn't difficult, right? I'm not reading because I'm not giving you the detailed questions. Now, this question on material costing, you know from where this question has been picked? This question has been picked from a practice manual which was there 10-15 years back. 10-15 years back, there used to be a practice manual. From there, they have picked up this question. Same question, sir. Same question. And the problem was in the part where this 15% risk of being stock out. 15% risk of being stock out. That means what? The delivery should be maximum between 7 days. This 15% the company is ready to take the risk of the stock out. So maximum delivery time is 7 days. Average delivery time is 6 days. They should be keeping a safety stock of 1 day. 1 day should be their safety stock, and accordingly you can calculate the ROL, safety stock plus average consumption into average lead time. If next part says if the company is willing to take 5% risk, company says I am willing to take only this much risk, sir, this 5% risk only. That means up to 9 days they want to do. Right, only 5% risk. So delivery days up till 9 days is fine. So they will keep a safety stock of how many days? 3 days safety stock they will keep. 3 days safety stock they will keep, sir. So this is how it should be done. Right. So this was your MCQ part. Coming to where is question number 1 in this? I think something jumbled in this paper. I don't know. I picked up from somewhere, sir. I picked it up from somewhere. Question number 1 is missing. Okay. Wait. Question number 1 is not scanned in this. Anyhow, question number 1, if I talk about on the descriptive part, let's see. Wait. Okay. Here we have question number 1. So in this question number 1, what should have been done, sir? One of the concern in question number 1 was that this fixed and variable overhead, these were given total. At 40,000 units, it is 25,000. At 50,000 units, it was 28,500. You were to bifurcate it between the what is going to be the variable cost and what is going to be the fixed cost. Then fixed cost component is to rise by 500 crores. Then change the variable cost, keep the per unit. First calculate at the existing level what is your per unit profit. Now per unit profit you need to keep it constant. Right, and at 50,000 units calculate the total profit, accordingly calculate the total cost, you will get the selling price and you will get the number of units also to minimum number of units to sustain the same unit profit in the financial year. So you can do the reverse working, sir. Same unit profit you want to calculate the cost and accordingly the number of units. Right, ignore further effects on fixed cost. After that, this on joint and byproduct, it was comparatively easier. It was on NRV method and they were asking show the profit and loss for each product based on the given data. So it was not difficult, sir. Sale price, quantity given, joint cost given, cost after the split of, that is further processing cost, and total cost is given to you. Right. So this was easy. Labor costing method, pretty straightforward question. On labor turnover, very straightforward question. Replaced during the period, left and discharged during the period. Employee turnover using the separation method was 3.5%. So if 3.5%, you will use this 28, calculate the average number of workers. Right, then from average number of workers you have to calculate using the replacement and the flux method. Flux will replacement plus separations divided by average number of workers. Right, now this Max Pro sell 2 models of baby toys. This question we have already covered in the regular course. I have covered. It is a super pen and normal pen question. It is that kind of a question on the cost sheet. Prepare a cost sheet. Right, it was on that kind of lines. Where super pen, normal pen, that question was asked in one of the examinations only. It is same question. Right. Operating with the employment of 128 skilled workers. The product is in great demand. Halsey scheme, Rowan scheme, sir. Covered in my regular batch. I have covered all these things. Number of working days. Maximum time allowed to produce 1 unit. Hourly rate. Actual production. For this actual production, what is the standard time? What is the actual time? What is the time saved? Accordingly, you have to calculate the effective rate of earnings under the Halsey and Rowan scheme. calculate the increased labor efficiency on introduction of incentive scheme and savings to the plastering company in terms of direct labor cost per unit under both the schemes, right? That what is the existing rate, what is the labor rate as per Halsey and Rowan, and what is the savings to the company. So this question was a good one from labor costing, but this is one question which is there in my similar question is there in the book also, right? In my book also there is a similar question, somewhere similar question it is there. Then activity based costing, it was a straightforward question. Everything was given. Cost pool is given, cost driver values are given, calculate CDRs, then distribute whatever the cost is unabsorbed, you have to calculate the unutilized capacity for each activity. It is similar to one of the questions in the module, right? Unutilized capacity question where kilowatt hours inspection is there, similar kind of a question on activity based costing. Then maximus service costing question where you have to calculate the equivalent numbers, right? Where you have to calculate the equivalent thing, occupancy, equivalent classic seats per day. That means everything has to be calculated. This prime has to be calculated into classic, recliner has to be calculated into classic, and then take the total cost, calculate the values. Very simple question, not at all difficult, right? Simple. Other values were given, total cost is given. So there was nothing difficult in this question, sir. Nothing difficult. 6 marks, very easy question on service costing. The only thing that you should know is how to convert, how to calculate the equivalent, and we have spent enough time on that understanding. Okay, then reconciliation question, sir. Reconciliation question 9,000, 7,000 as per the financial books. In this question, one thing you should have been careful about is it is clearly mentioned in the question that you have to start with the costing books, taking the net loss as per cost accounts as the base. So that means you have to adjust that costing profit. After all these adjustments, you will not get 7,000 profit, right? There will be a difference. That difference also you have to mention, because it is mentioned that excess of material consumption during period which is creating a difference between the costing and financial profits, right? So that was this point was a good one. Otherwise adjustments were easy. But if you have started the question with the financial books, absolutely wrong, because it is clearly mentioned in the question that you have to start with the costing books. Then standard costing question was easy, sir. Very easy question. And the main thing is R's not required, sir. Variable overhead variance means the variable overhead cost variance. What is cost variance? Standard cost for actual output minus actual cost. Now if I talk about variable, actual cost is there 14,400. How we can calculate standard cost for actual output, sir? What is the standard cost for actual output? Very simple. 14,400 divided by 4,800 multiplied by 4,560. Similarly for fixed overheads, then you could have calculated the expenditure variance as budgeted cost minus actual cost. This is budgeted cost, this is actual cost. Simple. Expenditure variance, volume variance based on the output you should have calculated. No need of R's in this question. No need of R's. Right? Volume variance based on budgeted output and actual output and standard rate per unit. Standard rate per unit is 48,000 divided by 4,800, 10 rupees. So this way it should have been done, sir. Right? So there was no need of R's in this question. That is why it was not given. That was one confusion point. No need of R's. Next was, sir, process costing. Sir, what to say about process costing? No FIFO method, no weighted average method. What, sir? Why are we spending so much time on process costing? Asked nothing, sir. Simple, straight, simple question on equivalent units of production, cost per equivalent unit, cost of WIP and FG. And that too a very straightforward question. No FIFO, no weighted average, no opening WIP. Right? How much marks? 4 marks, free fund. Job costing, batch costing, a compulsory difference is there. The difference, all those who are having my books, they have the difference, job costing and batch costing. They are having the difference and all. It is given in the module also, 3 marks, simple. Okay, this question was good. A reputed engineering college in Pune has 20 section with 60 students. It is one of, I think, the RTP or MTP question somewhere. This question, similar question is there, sir. Similar question was there. Flexible budget to be prepared for a cost of for a level of 300, 600, 900 and 1200 students. Some maybe MTP or some RTP is there. That is why I say last 2 to 3 attempts RTP, MTP is important. Similar question is there. It is there, sir. Budgetary question. Take all the cost at the current level, then take all the cost at the other levels. Rest is the theory part. The rest was the theory part. Which type of cost and state whether it is relevant or non-relevant in managerial decision making. So paper, if I talk about average, sir. Some of the questions were extremely straightforward. Some of the questions were little bit tricky. But then please let me know in the comment section how was your attempt. The detailed solutions I will prepare and then I will share. But for now, whatever has been done has been done. Now it's time to move on to the next subject and focus on audit and FMSM. That's going to be really important. If you think that you are losing out on some marks in some of the questions and costing, try to put in some extra efforts in audit and FMSM and try to cover up those marks so that you do not lose out on the aggregate, which is going to be really important, right? So see you guys after the exams or before the exams also in FMSM. Stay tuned till then. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep studying, keep sharing. Thank you so much.